Four people are sitting around the table.
See, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend.
Suddenly, a bomb goes off.
Those with loaded guns.
Now take the same scene and tell the audience there is a bomb under that table.
No, you dig.
So the whole emotion of the audience is totally different.
You dig.
When did you actually watch this?
A day ago.
Okay, a day ago. I watched this. When did I watch this? I watched this 20 days ago.
Oh. I'm a little behind.
I took really good notes for some reason. I don't know. I just felt really motivated.
Okay.
During this movie to take good notes. That being said, I don't remember a ton, so you might have to walk me through some of the movie.
While I watched this movie, I was a little drowsy. I did nod off a few times, but I went back to rewatch a few things, so I think I am fully caught up. I think I fully understand the movie.
The only thing I remember is at the end of it, I was like, okay, this is like the quality has obviously been stepped up, but really the storytelling and all that hasn't. And I was just at the end, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rate this whatever I rated the last one.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's necessarily better than the last one. Did you think it was better than the last one?
I did. Not by a lot, but I do think it's better.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to just give it a 4. I think that's probably what it's worth.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it higher than that. Because what's a movie? Ready Player One, I give a 5, and what else? The Platform, I also give a 5. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the 4.
So the first Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, I rated it a 3, and that was kind of low. But I did like this movie more than the first one. I don't enjoy the movie, but I thought it was an improvement. I would give the Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 a 5 out of 10. I'm going up.
Okay.
2 points. I think it was a severe improvement. It was pretty good. And I think the story improved a little. The quality improved a little.
The quality improved. Something that I enjoyed is they didn't pretend like they weren't in England for some reason. Like in the first movie, you know how they're like kind of trying to pretend they're in America or whatever. This one, they're like totally down with being English, and that made it much. I mean, it obviously breaks some continuity with the first movie, but I'm glad that they just backpedaled and we're okay with that.
But it makes sense for the original story, like the source material, like Christopher Robin is British. They're in England. I don't know why the first movie even tried to go American. That just doesn't make any sense.
Let's see.
But yeah, I think it improved. I don't think it's still a great movie. It's still a weird movie, but everything
the only other kind
went up a little bit.
Comment I had was I don't even remember what was at the end of the movie, but I said, "Wow, that's what shitty music at the end." Okay. Do you remember what music was at the end? Because I don't.
Like during the credits, I don't remember. I didn't think it was shitty. I just thought it was like music.
Okay.
But I wrote down 40 notes.
40. Okay. I don't know how many I wrote down. My notes are long though. So.
Okay. What I thought was a little weird was that Christopher Robin is a different actor. But
really?
Fuck you. But then later
I didn't even notice.
You didn't? Yeah, he's a different guy.
Okay.
But that makes sense because the movie kind of leads with like this massacre happened, and they were like talking about the first movie. So this whole massacre was like a big deal, and then they also explained that in the world of Blood and Honey, this massacre event that happened, someone made a movie based off of that, and that's the first movie.
Yes.
The
Okay.
original Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey. That's a movie that takes place in the world of the movie, which I think is kind of smart because like the first movie wasn't great. So
that's how they retconned it all, dude. It's like, it was all just a movie.
Yeah. Because like the mask that Winnie the Pooh wears just looks straight up like a rubber mask, and
I enjoyed the rubber mask.
I just couldn't look past
the new mask was more realistic for sure.
Yeah, this new mask is much more convincing. It doesn't completely look like just a complete mask, like a rubber mask.
I like the backstory though. I guess that's kind of getting into spoilers though. I enjoy the backstory for how Winnie the Pooh became Winnie the Pooh.
I think the actual story is a great improvement. But if you think about, I don't know, I guess we'll get into it as we read our notes. But with knowing the story of this new movie and thinking about the first movie, I don't know if that completely makes sense.
The first movie was a movie, so
you're right. Why am I even thinking?
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. All right. So the movie opens with these chicks in an RV talking about how they're like scared of Winnie the Pooh and like, oh, he's not real, but he is, but he's not. Oh my God. And Winnie the Pooh and I think Piglet, they show up and they try to kill everyone. They kill one girl. I think or do they all die? I think they all die.
Yeah, I think they all do die. Yeah, it's 3 like random ass. Well, no, one of them survives. Remember? Because someone survives because I remember he goes to the hospital. Or no, it's one of the hunting people that survives. I think all the girls die.
And
my thing says the 3 women are trying to talk to a Ouija board. Then Pooh and his friends kill 2 of them. And I wrote, Pooh literally lifts a whole ass trailer and flips it into a lake.
I wrote, bitches get killed in RV.
Yeah, and so all 3 of them do die because my last note is Pooh captures the last woman and kills her with a bear trap.
Even in the first movie, I think they show Pooh's strength.
Yeah, he's strong.
Holy fuck. He flips over and pushes the whole RV into a fucking lake. I would not want to interact with Winnie the Pooh.
And after that, like, kind of intro killing scene, it goes back to Christopher Robin, and Christopher Robin is at therapy.
As he should need, you know.
Yeah, because, he's been through traumatic events, and, the town hates him. They made a movie about him. It's all terrible. And then after he's done with therapy, he meets up with his friend. I don't remember her name. And he tries to shoo her away because...
I don't know if they're dating, but I think it's like the love interest.
It is... I think it is a love interest, but it doesn't really go anywhere, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, she gives him a ride home. It was nice for him.
I also... I think during the RV thing, I think the bird shows up, and that's Owl, right?
Yeah, it is Owl.
Owl, I think, is the most disturbing. I don't like Owl. Also,
Owl does look pretty gross.
Piglet talks now, and I don't think he said a single word in the first movie. Or am I wrong?
Well, the first movie was a movie.
Oh my God, you're right. You're right. I need to stop.
Oh.
All right, the next thing I've got is the hunters in the woods looking for Winnie the Pooh and friends. The only thing I wrote about that is why wouldn't you bring a flashlight? Because they're aiming in a pitch black forest with their guns, but
they
don't have realistically.
They don't have flashlights in England. Did you know that?
You're right. They should have brought a lantern.
Yeah, they have torches.
And dude, they're like spinning around looking for Pooh, and every fucking twig in this forest is snapping. Fucking snaps over here, snaps over there, just surrounding it. It was getting annoying. It was pissing me off. Like, how many of these fucking twigs are gonna snap? And then Winnie the Pooh shows up, and Piglet shows up, and
Piglet dies.
They shoot Piglet's head clean off, and then Pooh kind of kills everyone.
Yeah, Pooh gets quite upset with that. He kills almost all of them. One of them lives. Remember, barely.
Yeah, he got seriously mangled.
Yeah,
but he lived, and he gets sent to the hospital where Christopher Robin works. And
not for very long though, because he gets laid off.
Yeah, they fire Christopher Robin. Oh, you went through trauma? Go fuck off. We don't want you.
Yeah, but the hospital's being harassed. We're gonna have to lay you off now.
What else? Do you have anything to say at that time?
No. I said I'm pretty much on pace with you. I said I said he gets laid off because the hospital's being harassed, and one of the hunters survived and was rushed to the hospital. And then it moves to Christopher Robin at therapy again.
I did put a little side note because Pooh and Owl, they like have the body parts of the hunters from the woods, and the only thing I wrote about that is because they're like on a bridge and they throw some body parts into a river, and the only thing I wrote about that is I don't think legs float. I think just solid chunks of meat would sink. But I'm not too educated on dismembered body parts floating in a river.
Yeah, we'll have to do some research after that.
Yeah, we need to fact check that.
You gotta fact check that. Well, here, let's ask AI.
AI, yeah. Do dismembered legs float in water? Because I would think that they sink.
Do dismembered legs float on water? AI says yes, dismembered legs can float on water, but it's not a guaranteed outcome and depends on several factors.
Because it's got to have air
initially,
in
they will
right?
sink due to their density. Okay, so they'll initially sink, but as decomposition sets in gases produced by bacteria will cause them to rise and float.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'm right. It shouldn't have floated. Right?
Yes, they should have. They should have sunk. Yep.
Dude, the realism in this movie, just what the hell?
It's absolutely insane. I was completely in on this movie until that broke my immersion.
And they, I think they talk a little bit about Pooh's backstory, and they like
do at the therapy session.
Yes, and they show young Christopher Robin hanging out with young Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
and I was disturbed. I don't like young Winnie the Pooh. That was
the thing that's
unsettling.
Even crazier is that Christopher Robin doesn't remember him as being disturbing. Christopher Robinson remembers like young Pooh as a good person, but really, young Pooh was not a good person.
Yeah.
Also, we learned that Christopher Robinson had a twin brother that was kidnapped as a kid during the same therapy session.
And honestly, I love where this whole kidnap angle goes. I seriously like it. I mean, I'm not saying I like children getting kidnapped, I like this part of the
No,
movie.
you heard it here first.
Call the police. I like how all this ties in together because it kind of like the kidnapping thing like pulls your thoughts this way, and then later on it like explains more and pulls them somewhere else. But then at the end, they both get tied together, and I really like that. So,
What's your next note?
Janitor kidnapped his brother.
Okay, there are some stuff that I wrote down in between that.
Okay.
So after the therapy session, I wrote down they watched the first movie and this movie, which we've kind of been referencing. Like the first movie was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I write down some police officers find Pooh's lair, like where him and his friends stay, and they unleash Tigger.
Oh, yeah.
And they get torn apart. I had a really hard time distinguishing Tigger and Winnie-the-Pooh in this movie because they look kind of similar.
I do think they look similar, but I did think that they were different enough. I could tell which was which.
And then I wrote down Christopher Robinson goes to meet his friends at the rave area. And
that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't know why he went
it's like
there.
a side plot. It's a side plot. Like they're like, oh, like my friend's opening a rave thing in a couple days. Let's go check it out.
Oh,
but then I think it just gives them a reason for like this scene at the end of the movie for like all the people to go to the rave. Anyways, they say they basically don't want him at the rave because people don't like him. You know, shitty friends. And then, so Christopher Robinson leaves because he's upset, and he goes to meet up with the hunter dude. And the hunter dude said that Christopher Robinson is right, that Winnie-the-Pooh is real. And I wrote down that somehow the hunter dude's face is more messed up than when he came into the hospital.
yeah,
initially.
that was... Yeah.
And then yeah, it's after that I have the part where Christopher Robinson thinks that the janitor at the hospital abducted his brother.
Because during that like therapy session, his therapist is like, close your eyes and envision your memory, and that's when he like literally visually sees when his brother got kidnapped, and he like kind of vaguely sees the guy in the van who kidnaps his brother, and he makes the connection that it's the janitor at the hospital.
And then so as soon as Christopher Robinson thinks this, he basically stalks his janitor dude back to his house, and he finds out that he was in fact right, that this man abducted multiple children and dropped them off at an evil scientist's house.
This is my favorite part. I love this.
And this is where we learn that Winnie-the-Pooh is most likely in fact his brother.
I love this.
And then
part.
the janitor shoots himself.
Yes.
And this, so you know, I had issues with them having a gun in the last one, right? Because it was like, oh, like, you're in England or whatever. This actually makes sense. It would make sense that this abductor, even though it's illegal to have a gun in England or whatever, or at least a pistol. Yeah, he's a criminal, so it makes sense that he has a gun.
Yeah. And it's at least it's not a big ass fucking cannon.
It's not fucking Rick Grimes.
Yeah,
level.
it's like, oh, okay, it's a normal pistol. Okay.
Yeah.
I really liked how there's like this sick, twisted doctor, and he needed kids to experiment on, so he just hired this dude, and the dude kidnapped his brother. I really like that. That's a great story.
You like that plot line?
Yeah.
Have you seen Don't Breathe?
No. Is that the one with the blind guy?
Yeah.
I've heard of it, and I've seen the trailers, but I haven't seen it.
You need to watch that.
Okay. Just read my next notes. So the doctor was experimenting on these kids that the janitor kidnapped for him, and the doctor was doing all these horrific things in like trying to mix like animal genes with the kids, and these kids were dying. So they had to bury the kids because they thought that, all right, they're dead, we got to dispose of them. But something happens that also comes back towards the end of the movie, where the kids didn't die, and they like, you know, crawled out of the dirt, and they are the twisted, sick, mutant children Winnie-the-Pooh characters. And yeah, that's how the creatures were made. And the next thing I wrote down was that Pooh is trying to kill his girlfriend, Christopher Robin's girlfriend. And it's just like a fight scene, and he doesn't kill the girlfriend. And that's when she's like babysitting some kid, and the kid is watching the Winnie-the-Pooh movie.
Yeah. But yeah, they both escape.
Yeah.
I think Pooh's like looking for Christopher Robin, because like he goes to like, he's like, oh, maybe he'll be at the house where the girl is at, and then they don't find her, right? And she escapes, and she calls the police. And
oh, that's right. Then Pooh goes to his parents' house to see if he's there too. But then he kills his parents.
Yeah, Pooh does go. Pooh kills his own parents because they're Christopher Robinson's parents, and
that means sense.
Yeah,
he's pissed. Why did you let me get kidnapped?
He kills the mom with like this, like the knives in the dishwasher. And there's a scene earlier where she's like unloading a dishwasher or loading a dishwasher, and she's loading the knives blade up.
Yeah,
there's so many problems with this, because one, you shouldn't even like that, like a full-fledged like kitchen knife or a chef's knife, you probably shouldn't even put that in the dishwasher to begin with. Just hand wash it.
And why does she have like 15?
Yeah, why do you have 15 full chef's knives, and you're sticking them all with the blade up? It's just absolutely wild.
That was the most obvious foreshadowing.
Like, she definitely deserves that one, just on the basis of sticking like 20 chef knives in the dishwasher face up.
So Christopher Robin goes to his parents' house, and he sees that his parents are dead. And honestly, this guy's performance, his sadness, pretty good. I liked it. I like he convincingly.
One note.
What?
One note about this: when he goes inside the house, there is fog inside of the house. And I wrote, "Why is there fog inside of the house?"
Wasn't the door open?
I just don't think there should be fog in the house.
You're out. Then Pooh, or not Pooh.
He does give a good performance though. He gets quite sad. I wrote that he is big sad.
Yeah. Oh, parents just died. Big sad.
Big sad.
Then Christopher Robin goes to the club again. I don't know who he's looking for at the club, because his parents just died. He's left his parents' house.
Yeah, and he knows where his girlfriend is, right? Because she called him.
He called her. She's like, I just got attacked. And then he goes to the club.
That's a good point. I don't know why.
I don't get that
either. I don't know why they went. Because they're looking for him. Yeah, that's right. They're like, oh, he must be at the club. So Winnie-the-Pooh and his gang show up at the rave, and they go on a killing spree. There's a scene where Winnie-the-Pooh runs on all fours, which is quite entertaining.
That was disturbing. I did not like that. Grown ass man just on all fours, full sprint. Fuck that.
Tigger hops around everywhere and he calls everyone a bitch.
Yeah, dude. What do you say? You come here, you neon bitch, or something like that.
I don't know.
You fluorescent bitch. That was good.
Oh. And then let's see. Then Christopher Robin, like we say, he goes to the rave and he finds all these people are dead. And then he shoots Tigger, but Tigger escapes. So,
I wish they had shown Tigger jumping on his tail.
I wanted that too, but he just jumps around normally.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. He's not a fucking rabbit. Come on.
Okay. No, he's a tiger. There's a rabbit though, isn't there?
Yeah, but he wasn't in
we
this
haven't
movie.
we haven't seen Rabbit yet.
No, there's been Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger.
Dude, maybe in Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 3.
Dude, I hate that they kept the same title. It's like Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. But the first movie was Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey. It should have been something different. I don't like that at all. It makes no fucking sense.
I can live with it.
I can't. It pisses me off.
I found out. I've ever told you about the Thanksgiving movie. I know I've threatened to make you watch it multiple times for this show. Anyways, what would piss you off even more is they made a sequel, right? Recently. Like, the original was made quite a while ago. And the sequel is called Thanksgiving 3.
The sequel
Yeah.
is called
Which really
3.
confused me because I saw 3 and I was like, oh, I never knew they made a second one.
But
But then I searched for the second one. And then on Google, I found out that the second one is just Thanksgiving 3.
I don't know why I hate that. Like,
I know,
Goat
yeah.
Simulator is Goat Simulator, and the second one is Goat Simulator 3.
Yep. It's just
do you
like
think
that.
I think people do that just to anger people, just to piss people off.
Well, you're over here angry, so I mean, it's working.
Yeah. So Tigger is very violent. Tigger's in the club. He's murdering everyone, and he's kind of sadistic. He likes to draw out the violence. And
He
I don't
does.
like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I did write down that the violence in this movie, like the effects, are they're really practical, similar to Terrifier, because Terrifier has a lot of practical effects.
This doesn't compare.
I got the same vibes. Like, I know.
Okay, maybe the original. You
goriness-
haven't seen the second or the third one.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah,
But
maybe compared to the
goriness
first one, yeah.
doesn't compare. Terrifier is a lot more gory,
Dude,
but I think
I love those movies.
the look of the effects and the violence and the blood is so similar to Terrifier for Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
We need to watch those.
Dude,
The first one is kind of crappy, but the second and third one, there's like it's like Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. There's like an actual story, and like it just gets better and better.
That's
and
the
better.
reason why I hated the first one, because there was nothing there. It was just mindless
I know.
gore.
That's
the biggest thing I hated about it.
You learn backstory. There's, dude, Terrifier 2's on Halloween. Terrifier 3's during Christmas, dude. Oh my goodness. It's so good. Dude, Terrifier 3 is Santa. He has children down his
I know
lap.
he's Santa. Like at a mall, right?
He blows up a mall. It's crazy.
I mean, you could make me watch it. You can.
Yeah, we'll make that happen one day.
All right. So the next thing I wrote, because I didn't realize this earlier on, but I wrote Pooh is his brother, and that makes complete sense why Pooh hates him so much, because Pooh thinks like, oh, you let me get kidnapped. Well, I hate you and I want to kill you. It makes sense. I like that. I like that.
It's really
it makes
such
sense.
childish thinking.
Dude, when
me.
Pooh and Christopher are like having their final battle and they're fighting and shit, the cheesiest fucking thing that Pooh says is, "Oh, brother," because they're brothers, but that's also Winnie the Pooh's catchphrase. It was so fucking cheesy. Please tell me you know that.
I did know that. I just didn't catch it during the movie.
Oh yeah, because I mean, when he says in the cartoon, he's supposed to say like, "Oh, brother," but dude, the way he said it was just so cringe and so cheesy. But it completely makes sense because it's his brother.
At this
I think
point,
those
they're
are
in
the
the
first
woods, right?
Yeah, they're fighting in the woods.
They're fighting in the woods.
And
I wrote
think
down
those are the
that
first
Pooh
words
has a
he says.
flaming chainsaw.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I was thinking these would make some great action figures, great accessories. Get a flaming chainsaw, the Winnie the Pooh action figure.
Yeah. There's a, I don't know if it's a replica. I'm going to assume it's a replica, but there's a YouTube creator I watch, Meat Canyon. And in like his background, he has the mask, or probably a replica mask of the Winnie the Pooh from the first movie. You know, the really rubbery looking one.
Yeah,
it's great.
Oh wow, what a big fan! And did you have any other notes between what I said?
No, I just wrote that. The reason why Christopher Robinson goes to the rave looking for Pooh, I figured it out. The reason he goes there looking for Pooh, or why he's trying to find Pooh, is because of his sister. His sister was at the house when his parents got murdered.
But
and
why
he couldn't
why would
find
you
her,
look for
even
your
though I'm pretty
little
sure she was
sister?
safe in the house.
Why would you look for your little sister at a club? How does that?
Well,
make
he thinks Pooh kidnapped her. He thinks Pooh kidnapped her,
why
so he
would
went
Pooh
to where
go
Pooh's
to the
at.
club? I don't get it. I seriously don't fucking get it. Pooh kidnapped my little sister. He probably went to the club. Oh my, what? No matter what you say, I will not understand it.
Anyways, the way it wraps up is Pooh is gonna kill Christopher Robinson, but the girl comes out of nowhere, his girlfriend. It ends kind of abruptly with the girlfriend distracting Pooh for enough time for Christopher Robinson to hit Pooh in the head with an axe. But we know that these animals kind of regenerate, so there's probably.
I wrote those exact words. They regenerate, and that's the perfect.
Yeah, they regenerate.
That's the perfect thing for never-ending movies. You can never kill them. That means they'll always come back.
That's true. That's like what happened in Terrifier 2.
Oh, he regenerates.
Because Terrifier died at the end of the first movie.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, well, see, that's why we have to rewatch it.
But I like that. Like, shit in this movie makes sense. Like, these monster children things regenerate because there was a fucked up scientist that did shit to him, and that explains why they regenerate. And I like having an explanation for things that happen. I don't like seeing shit that just happens. And also, this movie kind of opened with like a supernatural aspect because there was like a book and they're like reading shit and it's like supernatural. I thought it was going in that direction, and I don't like shit like that. But them regenerating because of a scientist makes complete sense, and I enjoy realism like that in movies. And I'm giving this movie a 5, 2 points better than my last score for the first movie.
I'm gonna keep it at a 4. I don't remember a ton of the details. I just remember at the end of watching it thinking, yeah, this is probably equivalent to the first one.
I'm giving it a 5 because like that's perfectly in the middle. I'd say it's not good, it's not bad, it's like neutral. And also, I kind of think you could watch this movie without watching the first one. I think it would help if you did watch the first one then the second one. But I think this movie is like a pretty good standalone origin story for Winnie the Pooh. So I think a 5 is a good number because it's not good, not bad. You could watch it just by itself. Yeah,
I agree.
So is that it? Is that it for this episode?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.